Yo guys, Matt from Upsline Mining back here down in the mining basement. Just a quick update and an overview of what I did here on the A2000 rig. So this A2000 rig, originally I had placed the cards in there and had it suctioning the air out, which is the default configuration of the fans. So it would actually blow the fans from the left to right here on the screen here. It would go from left to right, sucking the air out. But unfortunately, what was actually happening was the cards were heating up quite a bit, and we're getting into like 65, 70 degrees very quickly, just because these fans are actually blower-style fans. So if you look back here, here's the brackets of the fans. That's actually blowing the air towards us right now in the camera. So since it's blowing the air this way, when it was suctioning the air out the other way, it was kind of, since it's also pulling the air from inside, it was sort of, I guess, depriving the cards of fresh air, so they were overheating. So what I did was, the cards are the same. They're blower-style fans, so the air blows out. It doesn't blow from the side on A2000s. And then what I did now was I went on the back here and I actually modified the fans. I flipped the fans around the other way so that the fans now, instead of blowing this way, will actually blow through the case and forcing fresh air from the front out towards the back, which will work in a complementary way with the blowers as well. Just another update on this spider miner case. It's actually really well built. It's been running fine with no issues. The power supply is external, so you will notice that the power connectors go into the side here, into the motherboard, but it's not really much of a problem, I find. It doesn't really affect me too much. It makes it easier to detach the power supply and add a new one if you need to as well. But no, it's a really good case. I'm actually quite happy with it. Another couple updates. So this case, let me just step over here away from the noise a little bit. So basically this rack here will actually be flipped around this way, and I'm actually going to put a grow tent there and possibly one right next to it as well. But you see all these tubes coming in from outside will actually funnel in cold air from this and exhaust the hot air out there. I'm also planning on adding some inline filters because I'm noticing there's a little bit of dust coming in from the outside on the fresh air intake. And these 8-inch tubes are actually going to be directed directly into the grow tent to suck air out and pull fresh air in. And we're going to have at least these three 6600 rigs. So that one, that's going to be moved down a shelf, and then I'm going to take that top shelf out, and I'm probably going to place one of these 6-card rigs there, because I wanted to fit the 12 GPU rig there, but I don't think it's going to fit, so I think I'll just put another 6-card rig up top, or even the server case here with the A2000s. I might move it to the top of the shelf inside of the grow tent. The grow tents arrive tomorrow, so stay tuned for a video on that. I'm hoping this will help a lot. It'll keep a lot of that hot air out of the basement. This side of the basement is just basically a home gym that I have set up, which I'm a Rocky fan if you guys are. Yo Adrian. Yo Adrian, we're gonna get these temperatures down, yo Adrian, right? Okay. All right, enough of that. But yeah, that's the plan and the update on the A2000 rig. So I don't really have much else to talk about, guys. Super quick video, but I'll hop back onto the computer and just talk a little bit about the airflow on this A2000 rig. See you in a second. Okay, yo guys. Okay, here I am over on the computer, and I just wanted to do a quick video on the thermal, I guess, airflow properties of the spider miner case, and I think essentially a lot of server style cases as well. So basically what ideally is a server case essentially creates a vacuum, and the vacuum will actually suck hot air out from the inside of the case, allowing cold air to be sucked through one side to the other. Now when it comes to the A2000s, due to the blower style fans, these fans actually do not blow air against the card and around and everywhere inside and up. A lot of traditional fans will actually, or fan configurations will actually blow the hot air up or even out, or just to kind of get the heat away from the card, but not in any channel direction. So what the A2000s and other blower style cards are designed to do is to basically be optimal for a PC case. Essentially, when you have a closed case, you don't want blowing hot air circulating it inside of the case where you have poor airflow. So what it does is it aims to actually suck as much hot air away from the card, through the card, and then out the back of the PC, away from the case altogether. So you can see the immediate benefit when it comes to a traditional PC case, right? And the same goes for here in a server case. Now the issue was with the traditional blowing style, where you would actually have the hot air being sucked out this way. Okay, this is not optimal in this situation. Let me just keep this in mind for a second. So we don't have this air being sucked through cold air anymore. What you actually have happening is the air getting sucked into the card and out this way, and then you have the air getting sucked out this way, and you're creating almost like you're creating a vacuum again inside, because you're sucking air that way and you're pulling air that way. But the issue is not a lot of cold air, or not enough volume, I should say, of cold air is being forced into the case to replenish the hot air. So with this, a traditional configuration, pretend that the blue isn't there. I had the cards in there, and these cards were actually heating up quite a bit to 65 to 70 degrees very, very, very quickly. It wasn't optimal at all. Essentially, what was happening is the case fans themselves here was configured to suck it out, and therefore fighting against these cards, which was also sucking out the air this way, or blowing out the air this way. So blowing this way, blowing that way, creating a vacuum, not enough fresh air being sucked in through the crevices in the case. Therefore, the cards were getting hot relatively fast. So in order to mitigate this issue, what I did was I had to flip these fans around. So by flipping the fans around, I was actually able to reverse the airflow of the fans from the cold intake side of the case. So it was actually blowing plenty of cool air into here. And then now the cards would actually then take the cold air through these slots here. So like actually, if you take a look here at this, 1 second, let me get my trusty paint.net tools. So if we take a look here, man, all the windows are in the way. Okay, so we're gonna go. So basically, what happens is the cold air gets cycled around here, okay, into the cards. Okay, the actual chips and the PCB and the memory and everything inside there rapidly heats the air, which then obviously gets hotter and hotter and hotter through there until it's finally it's at its peak temperature, and then that's expelled out the back. Okay. The problem was when cold air is not being forced in another volume, you get actually hot air getting sucked back into here, and a hot air will get heated even more, or not cool the PCB or the actual components of the board on the video cards. And essentially all blower cards work this way. Some of the 1080 Ti Founder Edition type cards work this way. And these ones, I have a 1080 Aero card, which also behaves the same way. Usually it's a single fan, and it works this way. But when you have this situation, reversing the fan airflow direction, which is what I did here, I just simply flipped them around. And if you guys don't know, you just simply have to look on the side of the fan where the sticker is, basically where the wire is attached to. There will be a sticker on that side usually, and that's usually where it's pulling into. So it'll be pulling essentially that way. So I had to flip it around the other way to get the air sucking in instead of pulling out, and then that tremendously improved the temperatures. And I'm not having any issues with temperatures these days, which is actually really, really good. We will see. These are A2000s. I only have 7 in there right now because one actually failed on me. I think it shorted out or something happened with it. I had to send that back for a warranty. But these cards are all running very nicely right now at 66 degrees to 70 degrees, which is still a little hot. But that being said, they're not overheating like they were before, which is quite a bit. Also, by moving all these into a grow tent, and as well as some of the other rigs to help the ambient air temperature, will also help get these cards cooler as well. But yeah, these were spiking quite a bit. I was getting a lot of the little little emojis everywhere saying that the cards were too hot. But this has helped it quite a bit, just because we're now working with the airflow of the case and not against it, and helping the entire system work together. So yeah, guys, if you have these kind of style fans, it's probably optimal to either reverse the airflow of the intake, or I've seen some people even removing the shrouds and the fans on these cards altogether.
These cards might also do better with some of the mods I noticed, some of the copper plate mods as well, which is something I might look into depending on how hot it is this summer. But I'm hoping I can keep these guys happy fairly well. Even today, those temperatures right now down there, it's actually pretty low. It's only 33 degrees in the room right now down there. The center temperature is the garage. It's 24 degrees. It's pretty cool. And then on the right side there is 38.8. That is the temperature right on, like, after all the fans blow the air through the shelving and all that. So like that's kind of like the hottest area of the basement. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to create a quick video on what my strategy was for these A2000s. It's holding up so far, so good. We'll see if I need to do anything else. Possibly, like I said, update add these copper plates to these things, possibly, or just lower the overall temperature. Even when it was like really hot, these temperatures might seem relatively hot. 69, where is no, sorry, 63. This one's 70, probably because it's near the edge. But these were, it's relatively consistent. It doesn't really go past 71, 72 degrees, even on a hot day. So like even when it's like super hot, 27 degrees outside Celsius, these cards were still not overheating or not having any problems at all. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe and like. Make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell if you want updates on any new videos I release. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.